All right, folks, it's a new year, and the new year brings with it a whole new slate of horror movie releases. So I thought, hey, let's take a look at some of the movies that are set to drop in this year of our Lord, 2025. Here we go, courtesy of Bloody Disgusting. Now, I'm not going to go in depth on every horror movie listed here because there's a lot, but I'm going to scroll through and see what jumps out at me. If I overlook anything on this list that you think has potential, let me know down in the comments. But first up here on Bloody Disgusting's website on January 10th, Bird Eater. A bachelor party weekend transforms into an intense nightmare in Bird Eater, directed by the filmmaking duo Jack Clark and Jim Weir. According to the trailer, we can expect things to get feral. All right. Next up on January 17th, Wolfman. I think that's one that most horror fans are going to go out and see. Jeremy and I are definitely going to see this one. We'll post a review, so keep your eyes open. I'm cautiously optimistic about this one. I'm a fan of Lee Whannell. The trailer, I thought, looked okay. I know there's been some early reviews that have come in about the movie that have been positive, so that definitely makes me feel a lot better. They do mention here that this Wolfman is going to be drawing more inspiration from films like The Fly. So is this going to be like a body horror werewolf movie? That I like that. I like that. And my excitement for Wolfman has definitely gone up a little bit. And here's another body horror movie dropping on January 24th. 2 body horror movies in the same month. Grafted. If there's one emerging 2025 horror trend already, it might be body horror. Will 2025 be the year of body horror? That would be cool. Experimentations on a revolutionary skin grafting procedure get weird and gross in Sasha Rainbow's feature debut. Look for this one to arrive on Shudder this month. Cool, so this is Shudder. Nice. Presence. This one sounds really interesting. This is Steven Soderbergh's new film, and it is from the perspective of the ghost haunting the family in the movie. I like that. That's an interesting idea, and Steven Soderbergh's great filmmaker, so I'm definitely excited for Presence. I'm also excited for Companion. January, what the heck? January's got, usually January's kind of a dead month, but we got Wolfman dropping, we got Grafted on Shudder, we got Presence, and Companion all dropping this month. Cool. Drew Hancock's mysterious new sci-fi horror movie is playing coy on plot details, always a good idea, outside of a fantastic cast led by Sophie Thatcher. Between being produced by Barbarian filmmaker Zach Kreger and Boulder Light Pictures and an intriguing trailer, we're in. I'm into it. Thought the trailer looked intriguing, so I'm interested. Jeremy just did a trailer reaction for Hard Eyes. We're both excited about Hard Eyes dropping on February 7th. We need another good Valentine's slasher. We've got My Bloody Valentine. We've got Valentine. I think Hard Eyes might be... there's potential there. I think the trailer looks good. I'm excited about Hard Eyes. Jeremy is excited about Hard Eyes. Go check out his trailer reaction, and we'll definitely be checking this one out. And... we'll be dropping a review, I'm sure. The filmmakers behind Freaky, Happy Death Day, and Werewolves Within join forces for a new slasher, this one taking aim at romance on Valentine's Day. I'm in. Are you excited for Hard Eyes? Let me know. We've got Dead Thing dropping on February 14th. The Gorge also dropping on February 14th. Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy play elite snipers who fall in love during their top-secret mission regarding the Gorge. But there's a strange threat below that will test their love and all of humanity. From Scott Derrickson. Okay. This is the first I think I'm hearing about the Gorge, but good cast, good director. I'm definitely interested. I'm also interested in The Monkey. This is Osgood Perkins. Next film, of course, Osgood Perkins of Longlegs, The Black Coat's Daughter, Hansel and Gretel. Or was it Gretel and Hansel? I don't remember. It was Gretel and Hansel. Anyway, The Monkey. Fresh off this year's box office hit Longlegs, director Osgood Perkins is headed into the world of Stephen King with The Monkey. and it looks like a bloody delight. So Stephen King, Osgood Perkins. I'm not familiar with the story of the monkey, so I'm interested. I'm sure once Jeremy catches wind of the monkey and coming from a Stephen King story, we'll be watching that one. Next up, Mila Jovovich and Dave Bautista are teaming up for a Paul W.S. Anderson movie, In the Lost Lands, on March 7th. The next movie from Paul W.S. Anderson adapts Game of Thrones creator George R.R. Martin's short story. Okay. Mila Jovovich stars as a feared sorceress sent to retrieve a magical power for her queen, with Dave Bautista as her guide. This one just says spring 2025, Death of a Unicorn. I've heard a little bit about this one. It stars Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega. It's an A24 film, a dark comedy. A father and daughter accidentally hit and kill a unicorn while en route to a weekend retreat, where his billionaire boss seeks to exploit the creature's miraculous curative properties. Horror master John Carpenter composes the score. Okay. Next up is The Shrouds. Oh, this one was brought up to me during a recent live stream. This is David Cronenberg's new film. It follows a grieving man as he invents technology that enables the living to monitor their dear departed in their shrouds. That just sounds like something David Cronenberg would do. While the king of body horror explores death and burials in the shrouds, expect this genre bender to favor dark comedy. All right. That one's coming out spring 2025. Anything David Cronenberg I'm interested in, I'm sure I'll try and check it out. I see that John Malkovich is in Opus. Interesting. The plot synopsis here for Ash sounds pretty wild, and we have really no plot details at all for The Woman in the Yard, although it is a Universal Blumhouse thriller directed by the guy who directed House of Wax, which I like, Orphan, which I like, and The Shallows, which I liked a lot. And here we have Christopher Landon's next film, dropping on April 11th. It's Christopher Landon's love letter to Brian De Palma. Okay, a widowed mother on her first date in years who arrives at an upscale restaurant where she is relieved that her date, Henry, is more charming and handsome than she expected, but their chemistry begins to curdle as Violet begins being irritated and then terrorized by a series of anonymous drops to her phone. Okay, that could be interesting. The Ritual dropping April 18th. Al Pacino and Dan Stevens. Good cast. Star in the film that follows two priests, one questioning his faith and one reckoning with a troubled past, who must put aside their differences to save a possessed young woman through a difficult and dangerous series of exorcisms. Oh, okay. First time hearing of The Ritual, but I am liking what I'm hearing. Sinners dropping April 18th. Michael B. Jordan stars in dual roles in Ryan Coogler's upcoming movie that was filmed for IMAX. As for plot, trying to leave their troubled lives behind, twin brothers, both played by Michael B. Jordan, return to their hometown to start again, only to discover that an even greater evil is waiting to welcome them back. Okay, interesting. Until Dawn, the Until Dawn movie. Okay, anybody ever played the video game Until Dawn? It's a pretty good one. So they've adapted the game to a movie, and as we all know, video game adaptations are always the best. Video games always make the best movies. But in all seriousness, Until Dawn could make a pretty good movie, I think. We got some Clown in a Cornfield dropping on May 9th. That is a new slasher. Okay. Hasn't there already been a movie called Clown in a Cornfield? Seems like that's something I've seen on Tubi. I don't know. The Final Destination Bloodlines, May 16th, new Final Destination dropping. Anybody interested in a new Final Destination movie? I kind of lost interest in the Final Destination movies after the second one. I've not seen any of the other ones in their entirety. I don't even know which one this is. Are we up to 5, 6 at this point? Let me know if you're excited for Final Destination Bloodlines. Here we have Hurry Up Tomorrow dropping May 16th. First time hearing of this one. I have definitely heard of the next one dropping June 20th, 28 years later. Director Danny Boyle reteams with writer Alex Garland on 28 Years Later, the first installment of a brand new trilogy. So this is going to be a trilogy. I didn't know it was going to be a trilogy. That'll continue in 2026 with Nia DaCosta's 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. It kind of makes me less excited for the movie knowing it's going to be just part one of a new trilogy. Why? I like the other two 28 movies, and I thought this one sounded like it has potential, and I'm sure it does have potential. Danny Boyle is a great filmmaker. Alex Garland is a great writer and a great filmmaker in his own right. I don't know. It's why a trilogy? And moving on from part one of a new trilogy to a sequel, Megan 2.0, dropping June 27th. I was not a big fan of the first Megan. I don't have high hopes for Megan 2.0. If you have high hopes for Megan 2.0, let me know. We got a new Jurassic World movie dropping July 2nd. I could care less about Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. The new I Know What You Did Last Summer dropping July 18th. Plot details haven't been revealed as of yet, but the original I Know What You Did Last Summer follows we know. Freddie Prinze Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt are set to return in this sequel. Excited for the new I Know What You Did Last Summer? Let me know. Ooh, we got a shark movie here. Beneath the Storm, August 1st. I love shark movies. And another sequel, Insidious 6. My goodness, they're just going to... Insidious 6 on August 29th and The Conjuring Last Rites on September 5th. They're just going to milk every last dime they can out of the Insidious and The Conjuring movies, and I have zero interest in either. Now, this is one that I think could be interesting. The Bride, dropping September 26th. Director Maggie Gyllenhaal is bringing the iconic Bride of Frankenstein back to life with Jessie Buckley as the titular bride, Christian Bale as Frankenstein's monster. Christian Bale as Frankenstein's monster. A lonely Frankenstein who travels to 1930 Chicago to seek the aid of a Dr. Euphornius in creating a companion for himself. The two reinvigorate a murdered young woman, and the bride is born. She is beyond what either of them intended, igniting a combustible romance, the attention of the police, and a wild and radical social movement. Wow. Are those tattoos on or Frankenstein? I don't know. This one could kind of go either way here. I don't know. This one, I don't know. I see that look of Frankenstein, and I can't help but see Jared Leto's Joker also, which is not a... But it could go either way, and we'll see on September 26th. If you're excited for The Bride, let me know. Another sequel, Saw 11, dropping September 26th. 11 Saw movies. I tuned out after, honestly, pretty much the first one. I've seen up to 4, I think. But that's, I did see the one with Chris Rock, and that one was not good. I have no interest in a new Saw movie. If you're excited for Saw 11, let me know. I am excited for more Hell House, though. Hell House LLC Lineage drops in October. The popular Halloween found footage series is back with what could be the final entry. The installment will continue a deeper dive into the backstories of various characters within the franchise while introducing new characters and story lines. I love these Hell House movies. I love them all. The first one was such a surprise for me. That is a great found footage horror movie. The second one and the third one, I know, have mixed reactions from people. I like them both. They're not as good as the first one. Nowhere near. But I still like them. The last Hell House movie, and what was that one called? Hell House Origins, The Carmichael Manor. I like that one a lot too. I'm a sucker for this franchise. I will definitely be watching Hell House LLC Lineage in October. Another sequel, and this is just another weird one. The Black Phone 2. Did we need a sequel to The Black Phone? And from my understanding, this is supposed to be a prequel because they're bringing back Ethan Hawke, who, spoiler alert, dies at the end of the first Black Phone. Ethan Hawke will be back as the Grabber in Scott Derrickson's sequel alongside Mason Thames. Blah, blah, blah. While no plot details have been revealed, it feels safe to assume that the Grabber will want revenge from beyond the grave. No, they're not going to go supernatural. It's got to be a prequel, right? It's got to be a prequel. People were telling me during a recent live stream that it's a prequel. Surely they're not going to make the Grabber supernatural. They probably will. I wasn't a huge fan of the first Black Phone, and I really have no interest in this one. I am interested, however, in Predator Badlands, which is dropping November 7th. From my understanding, the Predator in this one is the protagonist. The Predator is the hero. The Predator franchise will return to the big screen in November 2025 with Prey director Dan Trachtenberg's new entry. Elle Fanning stars, but she's not the hero in this story. The Predator is. That's right. This is the first franchise installment that makes our favorite alien hunter the story's hero. I'm interested to see how that's gonna play out. If you're excited for Predator Badlands, let me know. We've got a Running Man remake, it appears, dropping November 7th. This is the first time hearing of it. I do believe Edgar Wright is directing a new take on Stephen King's The Running Man, with Glenn Powell set to star. Okay. Five Nights at Freddy's Part 2. I didn't see the first Five Nights at Freddy's. Probably not going to see the sequel. We've got a new Anaconda movie dropping in December. So I guess they're looking for some Oscar consideration. Is this part of the Anaconda franchise? It is. The Anaconda franchise is slithering its way back to theaters with a brand new reboot movie from Sony, and signs are pointing to a much more comedic take on the material. The material was already pretty comedic to begin with. I don't... Okay, Paul Rudd and Jack Black star. Good Lord. Here we have The Housemaid dropping on Christmas Day. It is a Paul Feig suspense thriller starring Sydney Sweeney. The Silent Night, Deadly Night remake, it's supposed to be dropping late 2025. It's being written and directed by Mike P. Nelson, who did the Wrong Turn remake. I was not a big fan of the Wrong Turn remake. That certainly dampens my excitement for a Silent Night, Deadly Night remake. Or reboot. I'm sorry. It's a reboot, not a remake, a reboot. I don't know. I'm going to be cautiously optimistic here. Cautiously optimistic. We got an A24 film, Bring Her Back, to be determined. Die My Love, to be determined. Fear Street Prom Queen, to be determined. Frewaka, to be determined. Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein, to be determined. Now that I'm definitely interested in. Mia Goth, Christoph Waltz, and Oscar Isaac star, with Jacob Elordi playing Frankenstein's monster. We have Primitive War, to be determined. Shelby Oaks, to be determined. That is Chris Stuckman's movie. Yeah, I'm interested to see that for sure. Neon has acquired the worldwide rights. That's a very good thing. Yeah, great for Chris. Tinsman Road, to be determined. The Ugly Stepsister, to be determined. An untitled Predator movie. There's another Predator movie coming out this year? Well, it's already confirmed that Predator Badlands will arrive in November. 20th Century Fox boss Steve Asbell recently spilled the beans that a second Predator movie will arrive in 2025. We're going to have 2 Predator movies in 2025. It's the year of body horror and Predator. I love it. VHS Part 8. I'm guessing this is going to be in October. It says TBD. It'll be in October. Don't you worry. Vicious, TBD. There's Elle Fanning. She's going to be in Predator Badlands and in Vicious. Brian Bertino who made The Dark and the Wicked, which if you've not seen The Dark and the Wicked, God, that is such a great movie. Go check out The Dark and the Wicked. This is the first time hearing of Vicious, but if Brian Bertino has done it, I will definitely be checking it out. Visitation, and that's it. All right. So there you go. All of the horror movies scheduled to be released in 2025, at least according to Bloody Disgusting. We've got some that sound really promising. We've got some that sound interesting, and we've got some that sound it could go either way. Let me know which horror movies you're looking forward to the most this year down in the comments section below. If you like this video, please leave it a thumbs up and share it on social media. If you're not following me on social media, those links are in the description. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Take care, and until next time, peace. A huge thank you to all my patrons and channel members for your generosity and support. Become a patron today and get early access to videos, have a say in what content appears on my channel, join me for monthly live streams, exclusive watch parties, and more. Become a channel member today and get access to exclusive badges and emotes to use when I stream, as well as members-only watch parties. Both those links are in the description. Say hello to the internet, Jeremy.
Hello to the internet.